This is Generation Stadia, giving you that daily dose of everything and anything Stadia related. And for today's video, I wanted to bring up a discussion topic, specifically surrounding why Google Stadia gets so much hate around the gaming community and why other similar services like XCloud and PlayStation Now are getting off more easy. Well, to start off, Google is a company that attracts a lot of hate to begin with. Much like any other very large corporation, it already has an established base of haters and followers, but when you mix that in with the gaming community, it gets so much worse. See, the gaming community on online forums, subreddits, and YouTube are a bit of a fickle bunch to say the least. Let's talk YouTube for example. Time and time again, I see comments talking about other YouTube channels and how negative they are on Stadia. And if you've ever wondered why, well, that's just how YouTube works. Truth is that it's just much easier to make negative clickbait style content and get views that way. As a YouTuber, making negative content typically brings in more views and more people willing to comment due to strong emotional reactions. Whether you agree or disagree with the content being shown, when you upload a negative video, chances are you'll get both fans and haters commentating and engaging with your video. But that's not the only reason why you're seeing such negativity on Stadia. In fact, there are two other key factors. The first being that the enthusiast crowd that actually participates regularly to talk on forums and watch in-depth videos are in most cases very resistant to change. If you want some examples of this, just take a look at virtual reality. Take a look at digital game purchases. How about always online games? In fact, you know what? This may be a sore spot for some of you, but look at the rise of mobile gaming. All these things at one point were hated by most of the enthusiast crowd despite still being around or catching on, and some of these to this day still get a ton of hate. And of that list, the only one that hasn't proven to be an established part of gaming yet is virtual reality, but I have no doubts it'll get there. The second reason people currently gravitate toward making and sharing videos or articles that bash Stadia is because it's still something your average consumer doesn't even know exists. Not to mention that right now Google has set Stadia up to benefit the casual consumer the most. As of right now, Stadia offers a quick way to play games they love at higher frame rates and resolution than their base console is capable of. After all, the basic PS4 and Xbox One still outsell their pro counterparts. Heck, even if we talk about your average PC gamer, they more than likely can't run games at 4K resolution. Stadia, as of right now, is a much harder sell to your gamer who already owns an Xbox One X or a PC with a 2080 Ti. Will it always be that way though? Will a hardcore gamer never really have a good reason to check Stadia out? Well, the answer to that is simply no. Eventually, Stadia will provide games that can only be run when using cloud technology from the ground up. No matter what hardware you have at home, at some point it just won't be feasible to play certain games in the future. And only then, once a game like that comes around and is actually really good, will you see certain perceptions change of the hardcore gamer. These two factors right now are the reason I think why you see and read so much negativity online when it comes to Stadia. Obviously, not everyone who's an enthusiast feels this way. Just take a look at our community forming here on this channel. Most of us here are excited for what the future holds, and even though many of us still remain skeptical, we're open to the idea of its future impact on gaming. Myself, I own multiple consoles and I own a high-end gaming PC, but I'm still nonetheless very excited for Google's platform. Me personally, I'm hoping every cloud gaming service is a success. I want to see Stadia, XCloud, and PlayStation Now succeed. Because if they do, that means I no longer need to buy multiple boxes just to experience certain games out of their catalog that I really want to play. Now, speaking of XCloud and PlayStation Now, I'm sure you may have noticed the difference in reaction and tone when talking about news surrounding both of those services. This is mainly because there's already a loyal fan base established to each platform. Stadia does not have that benefit yet. For example, when PlayStation Now announced that it will be cutting their price and adding a few blockbuster games every certain amount of time, it was brought in with praise, as it should have. Tell you what, go and check out people's impression of the current XCloud preview going on, and you'll see a lot of praise there too. The funny thing is that if you look into some of the people making these comments, they will be coming from people who want to see Stadia fail or are writing it off before it's even started. Brand loyalty is a very real thing, and every new platform has faced it at some point in the past. When Microsoft joined the console market with Xbox, there was a ton of hate for it back then. There will always be doubt when a new player wants to get involved, and when you mix that in with all the new technology that powers Google Stadia, it's no surprise that online forums and communities are so against it. Now, I want to be very clear that this is my reasoning behind the hate, and this is how I see it. It may be wrong, it may be right. I'm curious to know, why do you think people are hating on Stadia? Is it because it's the easy thing to do, or because of other reasons? Let me know in the comments section below. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, as it really does help this channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. For today's end of video message, I want to ask you, why are you supporting Stadia? Is it simply because it's a convenient platform for your needs, or is it because you really want to see something new in the gaming industry? For myself, it's a mix of both. I clearly have enough confidence in this platform taking off to dedicate a whole YouTube channel to it, but that's simply because I really see the convenience factor being a huge deal for the majority of consumers. Now, for me, it's not so much about the convenience, but the innovation Google keeps promising that they'll bring with this platform. They have told us time and time again to expect games that are just not possible on any local hardware, and I'm waiting to see it. I can't wait to see those 1,000-player battle royales or those MMOs that really change up the formula. Anyways, this has been Generation Stadia, giving you that daily dose of everything and anything Stadia related. The Gen S community is officially over 1,500 strong and growing by the day. And until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.